Paddy and Tygrr just having some fun, picking some words, then the pictures get done. We share it with each other and we laugh. Type in some words, let the madness unwrap. MidJourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder. MidJourney Madlibs, nothing gets clearer. That's the show, it just keeps getting weirder.
Oh my gosh. What on earth?
Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in. Make yourself at home. My name is Paddy Cake. Welcome to Paddy Cake Games and the next episode of MidJourney Madlibs. With me, as always, is my best friend, Brent. How are you, my buddy, my friend? How are you?
I'm great, and I have a great Madlib, and you have a great Madlib, and we got some cool shit going on. Oh, I can't say that.
You can
Cool
say that
stuff going on.
All right, well, we're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works, and if you don't know how it works, here's how it works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into the Madlibs. We then take those sentences, we run them through MidJourney. We create a series of art. We get together, we share it with each other, and we laugh, and that's the show. And we hope you like it. If you do like it, look down below the video. Click the thumbs up button. Just means you like the video. And if you're doing that, you might as well go right next to it and click the subscribe button. That'll really help out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. And then, if you want to really do the trifecta, you can just ring the notification bell, and that lets you know when new videos get posted to the channel. And then, if you want to come and join the community, look in the description of the video. There's a link to a Discord. We have a really cool community of really nice people. We'd love to meet you. Plus, all the art from the show is posted on the Discord the following day, so you can look at all the artwork up close and personal and see how weird it actually is. And then, if you'd like to help out with the channel in ways other than liking and subscribing, you can click on the join button. There's 2 tiers of membership. You can look into those if you're interested. If you're not, just come watching the videos. That's my spiel. You ready to get started? I'm ready to get started.
Sure thing.
All right, so my Madlib tonight is called Hound Dog or Don Giovanni, in the style of Roald Dahl. Actually, let's rephrase that. It's in the style of Roald Dahl's illustrator, Quentin Blake, and style blended with the Roaring Twenties. Quentin Blake is an English cartoonist, caricaturist, illustrator, and children's writer. He has illustrated over 300 books, including 18 written by Roald Dahl, which are among his most popular works. Blake was born on December 16, 1932 in Sidcup, Kent, son of William and Evelyn Blake. His father was a civil servant, and his mother was a housewife. Blake was evacuated to the West Country during the Second World War. He attended Holy Trinity Lambert Bay Church of England Primary School and Chislehurst and Sidcup Grammar School, where his English teacher, J.H. Walsh, influenced his life's work. Blake's artistic development during his school years was helped by contact with the painter and cartoonist Alfred Jackson, who was the husband of Blake's Latin teacher. He encouraged his first submissions to Punch, resulting in his first publication at the age of 16. During the 1960s, Blake taught English at the Lycée Français de Londres, which cemented his long association with France and culminated in the award of the Legion of Honor. He taught at the Royal College of Art for over 20 years, where he was head of the illustration department from 1978 to 1986. The first book Blake illustrated was The Wonderful Button by Evan Hunter, published by Adelbert Schumann in 1961. In his subsequent career, Blake gained a reputation as a loyal, reliable, and humorous illustrator of more than 300 children's books, including some written by Joan Aiken, Elizabeth Bowen, Sylvia Plath, Roald Dahl, Nils Olaf Franzen, William Steig, and Dr. Seuss. He illustrated the first Seuss book that Seuss did not illustrate himself, Great Day for Up, in 1974. By 2006, Blake had illustrated 323 books, of which he had written 35, and Dahl had written 18. To date, Blake has illustrated 2 of David Walliams' books and has illustrated Folio Society limited editions, such as Don Quixote, Candide, and 50 Fables of La Fontaine. In the 1970s, Blake was an occasional presenter of the BBC children's storytelling program Jackanary, where he would illustrate the stories on a canvas as he was telling them. He's a member of the Chelsea Arts Club, a patron of the Big Draw, and of the Nightingale Project. Blake is also a supporter of and ambassador for the Indigenous rights NGO Survival International. In 2009, he said, "For me, survival is important for two reasons. One is that I think it's right that we should give help and support to people who are threatened by the rapacious industrial society that we have created. And the other, that more generally, it gives an important signal about how we all ought to be looking after the world. Its message is the most fundamental of any charity I'm connected with." Besides children's books, Blake is also the designer of Ben, the logo of the shop chain Ben's Cookies. Blake has never been married and has no children. He currently lives in South Kensington, West London. With such a distinct, whimsical style, I'm curious how my style blend of the Roaring Twenties will merge with it. So let's find out. Did you know that Elvis and Mozart had a lot in common?
Wow.
I mean, isn't it really cool? It's very much that sort of wispy, very haphazard style of the artwork that he was famous for, but it's a bit more refined. It's not quite as childlike, but it also combines both the aesthetic of Elvis and Mozart in one person,
Now,
which is interesting.
My brain just totally did a poop. Roaring Twenties? Yeah. So you get that 20s vibe. You get kind of like the juke joint.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Then you've got this big ass this cello. It also sort of looks like they might be in a ballroom.
Mm-hmm. They both discovered music at a very wobbly age. What I thought was funny in this image, first of all, just their facial expressions are funny because they're obviously singing, but maybe they're screaming. Who knows?
Yeah, well, with singing and screaming seem to be very similar to MidJourney.
Right. So what made me laugh about this, though, is very wobbly age. So it made them older. They're at that wobbly age.
Like you would think that wobbly age would be
Like
they're
toddler.
like learning how to walk.
Yeah, toddler.
Exactly.
But no, it
They
went
took
the other direction.
Other side.
Went totally the other direction. And they both worked bafflingly hard at it.
Okay, we're back. Oh wow.
I really love the super sharp lines on this.
Yes, I so see Quentin Blake in this.
Both Elvis and Mozart performed to earn cabbage heads to give to their families.
I'm so confused.
I know. It's so weird. I don't know.
This person also, they're running away from her.
Right?
Or maybe that's
but it's
a part of
also
their
like,
shtick.
but the way he's looking back at her and smiling, it's like playful running. Like she's about to throw that cabbage thing at him, and he's like, "Hey, you'll never hit me," as he plays his violin as he runs away. They both squawked all night, and often went to the Marshmallow Monster at dawn. And you don't have to adjust your bit rate on YouTube or anything like this. Yes, the picture is this blurry. It's just how it came out. It made it this way on purpose.
It looks like a celluloid.
I know. And one of the reasons
it was
was
a cartoon from a long time ago.
Right. And one of the reasons it was included was because it was so low res. Because it was intentionally low res. So MidJourney made the decision to do it this way. Which I found interesting. But also, just the pictures were kind of funny. These two goofy bird characters that also fit the 20s.
Like somebody copied the picture on a copy machine.
Oh yeah,
and
maybe
it came
several
out black
times.
and white, and then they went back and tried to color it in.
In the 18th century, Mozart wrote operas which were like the Las Vegas gooseberries of their time. I love this one. I love the color scheme of it. I love the movement. It's very, very Quentin Blake, right?
Yeah, no, I see this. So it's really exciting to me that those blended so well together.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that my combination is also a pretty
good combo.
slam dunk too.
Nice.
So yeah,
Elvis gargled in Las Vegas.
Sorry.
This was
Wow.
This was the one that was so weirdly out of place. Out of everything that it gave me, I had to choose it because it was so weird. Like, who is this dude?
Is that Ron Jeremy?
Is that? Well, I mean, I'm supposing it's Elvis, but I don't remember Elvis ever looking like that.
Maybe Ron Jeremy is Elvis.
Both men performed in fancy. This sentence is funny. And you actually gave me a very appropriate word, but it's still really funny. Both men performed in fancy embroidered pantaloons and costumes.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
No, but it
Those
feels
are like pajamas.
yeah, they're like Christmas pajamas.
We need to get those. Dude, we need to find some. I mean, they don't have to look just like that, but that color scheme, like a
Christmas
onesie,
onesies.
a green one.
Yeah, Christmas onesies. We could do the Christmas
We
episode
should
in
do
that.
That would be so much fun. We got months to find.
They loved wearing gobsmacked clothes and throwing whimsical parties for all of their flapdoodles.
Wow, very whimsical, very Quentin Blake, very flapdoodle.
Very, very flapdoodle, exactly. Because, you know, you gave me a nonsense word. I'm like, well, I guess it's just going to interpret that however it wants.
It isn't necessarily a nonsense word. I think it actually has a meaning. One of the meanings I think is sort of like a nonsense word. It also might be a dumb person.
Mozart had his effervescent coach, and Elvis drove a hovercraft.
Oh, righty. That is.
It's hilarious. It made me think of like
also-
old children's book illustration, the very minimal colors, you know.
Yeah, it's a hovercraft. It's a
It's a hovercraft.
Bath.
Yeah, hover. I don't know.
It's a personal hovercraft.
It's a hover torpedo. Both Elvis and Mozart met their pinkish gray wives in Germany. This one
doesn't
made
look
me
pinkish
laugh
gray.
so hard. This made me laugh so hard when it came up in the results. It's like, wow, where did it get this glam rock wedding?
That's
From.
my Madlib.
Right?
It's like this anime glam.
Right?
It's great. I mean, I feel like there is a really cool story here.
Both Elvis and Mozart met their pinkish gray wives in Germany, and they both frolicked too young. Mozart at 35 and Elvis at 42. So apparently you have to be older than 35 or older than 42 to even think about frolicking. But there he is.
Well, I mean, frolicking looks kind of messy.
Right? I mean, he's playing the piano so hard that his hair is blowing back and his music is flying off. So which one is your favorite? Mozart or Elvis?
Wow.
I just thought this was so funny because it actually looks like, if you really look at it, you're like, okay, that's like Mozart and Elvis.
Yeah, which one is which?
Well, the thing is, they have so much in common, it's hard to tell.
I know.
But if I'm
And
guessing...
that's the way they describe it, it's like they pretty much are brothers separated about 200 years, you know?
Right? So the way I'm thinking about it is the guy on the left has the more slicked back hair. He has more embroidery on his gown. That makes me think Mozart. And a larger bow tie, which is much more period to when he was alive. And then the other side
Also,
has more of a pompadour hairdo and a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. So to
Little
me, that's
ducktail.
Elvis.
Well, they both have that. Also, Elvis's eyes look bigger, and they're trying to draw your attention to them. And his baby blue eyes were definitely. But it's funny because it looks like her bird wand is what she used to choose.
Yes.
So I don't know if she's choosing
with her bird
Mozart
wand.
or if she's still
And
like
her-
dramatically showing us.
Yeah. And
Also,
her-
is that Liz Taylor?
I don't know, but she has horrifying dead eyes. All right, that is
wow.
that is the end of the Madlib. But it's not the end of the fun because we have some honorable mentions to get to, and some of these are pretty great. They both discovered music at a very wobbly age.
That's cute.
I just thought it was
totally looks like
adorable.
it would have been in a children's book. Not Quentin Blake necessarily, but definitely a kid's or comic, even like a graphic novel.
They both worked bafflingly hard at it.
It's like Diane Keaton and Woody Allen.
It really does look like a caricature version of them, right?
Yeah. Ooh, that's got some Tim Burton vibes too.
Yep, it does. I love her hair. Her hair made me laugh.
I'm amazed at how similar some of the artwork from our 2 Madlibs from this week is going to be.
They both squawked all night and often went to the marshmallow monster at dawn.
So is the owl the marshmallow monster? Did it already eat him?
I don't know.
But
they're squawking. They're both squawking.
Yeah. I love the lantern too. That's nice.
Right? Lantern's cool. All right. That's the end of my
like your
Madlib.
Madlib?
Yeah, that's the end of the honorable mentions.
Whoa, that went so fast.
Well, now it's time to put the lights on and pay the bills and all that stuff. So we got to take a word from our sponsors.
For centuries, humans have asked, what if a banana could unlock the secrets of the universe? Introducing the Quantum Banana. From the makers of the one-way carrot, this is not just fruit. This is reality. Healed.
I understand now.
I wish life was more like my favorite TV show. Wow!
I love staying active, but gyms can be so boring. Whoa.
Parlez-vous français?
Before the quantum banana, I was a simple accountant. Now I can see backwards in time. My taxes have never been better.
I took one bite, and now every mirror reflects a different version of me. I don't know which one is the real me. But I think I like it.
I ate a whole banana. I saw the beginner of all things. He waved at me.
Side effects may include teleporting, but only 5 feet at a time, uncontrollable knowledge of all bird names, the ability to hear plants gossip, wild existential unraveling, the urge to juggle, but only in zero gravity, spontaneous transformation to pure sound. The Quantum Banana, available nowhere and everywhere. Order yours today, if you dare.
Well, they'll sell you anything, won't they?
I really should have a word with our marketing team.
I'm going to give you this Madlib an insane asylum. And you will see just how perfect this Madlib was for my artist, which is, of course, Todd McFarlane, who I blended with glam rock.
Todd McFarlane was born in 1961 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. A passionate artist and athlete, he originally hoped to play professional baseball, but after an injury, he shifted gears and pursued a career in art. After submitting hundreds of portfolio samples, he landed work at both DC and Marvel in the 1980s, quickly earning a reputation for his bold, energetic drawing style. McFarlane made his biggest early impact at Marvel with The Amazing Spider-Man, where his distinctive take on the web-slinger, with exaggerated poses, massive eyes, and intricately tangled webs, reinvigorated the character. He also co-created the fan-favorite villain Venom alongside writer David Michelinie, designing the character's now iconic hulking frame and monstrous grin. The popularity of McFarlane's work led Marvel to launch a new Spider-Man solo title in 1990, which McFarlane wrote and illustrated. It debuted with record-breaking sales. In 1992, frustrated with corporate control over creator-owned characters, McFarlane left Marvel and co-founded Image Comics. There, he launched Spawn, a grim anti-hero from hell that became a massive hit and helped establish Image as a serious force in the industry. Spawn combined horror, superhero tropes, and a moody, cinematic art style defined by heavy shadows, dramatic lighting, and extreme detail. It remains one of the most successful independent comics ever published. McFarlane also revolutionized the toy industry with McFarlane Toys, founded in 1994. By prioritizing sculpt quality, paint detail, and adult collector appeal, he raised the standard for action figures across the board. His company expanded from Spawn characters into licensed lines like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and even the NFL. Whether through redefining Spider-Man, giving Venom his monstrous identity, or pushing the boundaries of creator-owned comics and collectibles, McFarlane carved out a distinct space in pop culture, built on bold visuals, creative control, and a refusal to play by the old rules. Now enjoy TxTygrr's strangely perfect Mad Lib in the style of Todd McFarlane mixed with glam rock. If you dare. Bwahahaha.
And this could be any insane asylum, right? Well, no, it's not any insane asylum. Arkham Asylum is an inconvenient place. It's covered in darkness and smells like old Whataburger French fries.
That is a very distinctive smell.
It doesn't sound so bad, but I just
cool.
like this one.
That's
I got a
cool.
lot of really cool insane asylums. This is from Superhero Madlibs, which is it's DC. So yeah, now you kind of see why it's so perfect. Also, I couldn't say Arkham Asylum without getting Batman or Joker pretty much at all.
That
never
makes
got
sense.
any kind of reference to Lovecraft, because I mean Arkham wasn't an asylum in Lovecraft, but still.
No.
Is Arkham the most super duper place in Gotham City? Probably.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh yeah. So you can see how it almost kind of feels a little bit like your art from the last episode somewhat.
It does.
Like that whole like everything is just two colors and then one thing is red and it stands out. And apparently Arkham Asylum is squeezed in there real tight. I feel like escaping from it would be very easy. You just open a window, step across,
step onto the balcony of the building next to you, and just go down the fire escape, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's a fire escape right there, conveniently located.
Right?
And I'm trapped here in this asylum with all the proper inmates.
The proper inmates. Okay. Oh,
so
my.
I used this one because it was the first one that really, really blended the two styles together.
Totally. It's very glam rock.
And you can see that Todd McFarlane look too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just freaking cool. And look at he's got this guitar, and there's these other guitars poking out of the bars. Like
yeah, so like they're playing
this
guitar
whole-
too. The whole band is there. They're just in cells, and he's the lead singer. Maybe it's like a musical. It's a glam rock musical. Glam rock, the glam rock
Crazy.
comic book musical.
But I mean, it also looks like it could be an album cover.
Oh, absolutely.
And now my worst enemies have come together to devour against me.
Oh. Goodness.
I got all kinds of art for this. I probably should have done a quad for it because it had so many great options, but this like just still kind of nailed the two aesthetics really well. Like, I mean, even to the point where this person looks like he may have devoured something.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Kind of got blood down his mouth there. And
Yeah.
the other one's got like a cut, looks like.
And there's various things in the foreground that are kind of nondescript and kind of remind you of stuff, but are never actually quite
one looks
thing.
like a wig that also has a mouth.
Yeah, which is weird. It's kind of like a Marge
And then
Simpson
two balls that look like they might have gotten popped or not. It's a good thing I've got my utility swim trunks.
Oh my god, they're totally utility swim trunks. I love it.
They just have big old like I don't know what those are, containers dangling off of them.
Right.
I got a lot of red, white, and blue for this one for some reason.
Interesting.
I mean, I have a lot of red, white, and blue swim trunks, but I thought that was just so funny. These trunks have everything I need, including a dead laser, 8-ish snorting pugs, and a circus that can impale.
Interesting.
I got a lot of trunks.
Well, I would imagine. That dog is so cute.
It's a character, isn't it? Maybe.
And I've seen stuff like this before, I've seen them do it actually on a person in Face Off. They paint the object to look like it's lifted out of a comic book.
Yeah.
Right, so that dog looks like a comic book illustration, the way the lines go down the legs and on the paws. You know, I've seen people do that on 3-dimensional objects, and I've seen them do it as makeup also.
I don't know if that will be enough to stop the clown wacky tobacco of crime.
Wow, that's pretty great.
And that was just straight up glam, so that's why it's there.
It's totally glam.
This is probably I got some of the best pictures in the whole thing from this. I probably should have made a triptych of this too. The Joker continues to slip and slide Gotham with his soapy capers.
Oh my.
I thought this was so great.
It's very cool. It's like he got slammed into the wall and just sort of like stuck there, and now he's melting down the wall.
Or he's on his back and he's on the slip and slide with all the water running.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's less horrific.
Yeah, and that's basically what a lot of them came out to be anyway. Now, the Joker has taken control of Arkham's hair salon and wants to gossip it up.
They're one hair salon.
Arkham. I mean, do they need more than one hair salon in an insane asylum?
Well, I guess that's true. You said Arkham. You didn't say Gotham. You said Arkham, right?
No, Arkham. Yeah,
Okay,
Arkham's
yeah.
hair salon.
Maybe I thought you said Gotham hair salon. Anyway.
Well, I said Gotham with the soapy capers, and then I said now he's taking control of Arkham's hair salon.
Okay, that makes more
Wants to
sense.
Gossip it up.
But he looks like he is ready to spill the tea.
Girl, you should see what the Riddler was doing when I walked by his sale. I've got to take the Joker out in order to plop the city. How does one plop a city?
I don't know. That's a very good question. It looks like it's just raining on him.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I guess so. But I just love this whole entire weirdness of it. It is a zoom out. So, but before, just kind of give him like the head and shoulders. Went to the top of his head. But I like the color. They still they kept that color aesthetic all through most of the pictures that came up. I like this one though because it says like, the city.
Yeah,
but it's got that kind of.
It's also
parts
cool
of it are
how,
unfinished, but it's
I
also
was about to
super
say,
detailed.
It's cool how from the center out, it's very polished in the very center where his face is, and then the further out you get, the less finished it is.
I'll show that villain what justice is all about. No one can hide from Batman.
Batman.
And it's just that classic.
You forgot a couple of articles of your costume, my friend.
Oh, well, I just thought it was that gray of his costume because it kind of has that dove gray.
That looks skin tone to me.
Okay. Well, you just wait. Now it is time for some honorable or dishonorable mentions. And you can already see brilliant artwork here.
I love the fabulous Joker in the middle.
Yeah. It's a good thing I've got my utility swim trunks.
Oh, okay. That's a very good thing you got those utility swim trunks.
I don't know what
We're
you're
all very
hiding in there. But if you can fit 8-ish pugs and, all that, go for it. These trunks have everything I need, including a dead laser, 8-ish snorting pugs, and a circus that can impale. Oh boy, does it have some...
Pug is very unhappy. My goodness.
It's a Cujo pug or something. And then there's that other one down there that doesn't... Oh.
Also,
And then
there's the
feet are
fact
facing
that
the
their
wrong
feet
way.
are backwards. Yeah, their feet are facing the wrong way. It's very. Yeah,
We're moving on.
yeah thanks.
I don't know if that will be enough to stop the clown wacky tobacco of crime. This was
Frightening.
originally going to be the picture, but I
Yeah.
went with the clown one. But
frightening,
that's
frightening, and hilarious at the same time.
the Joker continues to slip and slide Gotham with his soapy capers. Oh, I couldn't give you just one. It was
Those are
too
so
good.
great. Those are all great. The big long hair Joker. No, the one at the top right is like his. I mean, is his slip and slide just booze?
Well,
Just
remember soapy
salt.
capers, so that maybe it's
Yeah,
because it
I
looks
know,
more
but those are-
viscous than booze.
No, but those bottles. There's all those bottles. Those look like wine bottles and spirit bottles.
Yeah, they totally do, but maybe he does his soap in them. Now the Joker has taken control of Arkham's hair salon and wants to gossip it up.
That is amazing. That is
I got
amazing.
Batman. Batman's stuck in the salon with him. Oh, crap. And I also love that they're just still, they just get to wander around the asylum in their costumes, so to speak. So Joker's kind of glamming it up, but you know, he is the new salon owner. I also have that feeling what justice is all about. No one can hide.
Oh yeah, so it's like the new Batman again with the hair out, which is the tattoo.
This
on
time
the
he
chest.
definitely is not wearing anything.
Yeah.
Like the other one, I could easily see that it was gray, like that light dove gray that he does, but it looked almost like he was naked. Where this one is like, no, he's definitely
No, he's
not
definitely
wearing anything
You
under
can see
those, besides
you can
those.
see the end of his trunks. You know where the
Yeah.
skin starts. It's very obvious. But
It's
yeah, but
cool,
it's the
though.
same. It's got the hair out. We can't see the horns or not the horns, but the ears, the points.
Mm-hmm.
But his hair's up, so we probably wouldn't see them anyway. And the bat, it's like a tattoo on the chest, and then the gloves. Yeah, it's
Then
a
he-
cool look. It's a very cool look. It's a very Todd McFarlane Batman look.
But yeah, I do think this is cool, and I think it's a great one to end the special edition.
Well, Brent, we finished both our Madlibs. You know what that means?
Yeah, we get to go home. Oh wait, I'm not ready.
No.
home.
No, we have to spin the wheel thing because it's Thursday.
Oh.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. What's it gonna be? A painting or a pile of poop? That's right, it's time to spin the wheel to find out what our word themes are going to be like in next week's episode of MidJourney Madlib. So these are going to clear out the wheel, but the wheel's going to refill with the same word themes for the second half of the season. So we got 4 left. So we're going to spin it 4 times. Actually, we'll spin it 3 times. Now, I'll still spin it the 4th time, even though we don't need to. Who cares? We'll spin it 4 times. We're going to alternate. We'll do Brent first, then me, then Brent, then me. And that'll tell us what our word themes will be. I made that.
Oh.
All right.
What M&Ms?
Brent.
Wait, how does
Here.
M&Ms work?
Whatever
M&Ms?
we put, you have to put the opposite, or some way of being the opposite.
Yeah.
All right. So here is your first word theme next week.
Moo.
A trip to the zoo.
Of course, I go to the zoo a lot. I mean, not in real life. I'd like to, but it seems like I get this one very often.
All right. Now we spin it to get my first word theme next week.
Ooh, things with certain colors on the table. Ooh, ooh.
Antonyms. All right.
Fun.
Now your second word theme, Brent. What shall it be? You get synonyms. So I get to do
All right,
synonyms
so that's
for
a
one of
nice little
yours.
mix. That's great.
Right, and my last theme, we all know what it's going to be, but I'm spinning the wheel
Pink.
anyway for consistency. It's going to be things of a certain color, and that
Let's see if
color
that certain color is pink.
going to be, oh, if it's pink, that's going to be really weird.
It's just funny because, oh no, dark pink.
Red. shall be read.
Okay, just remember, you gave me a lot of apples before.
True. So we'll have to make sure not to do that. All right, but that's
apple
it,
bottom
guys.
jeans aren't red anyway.
True. That's it, guys. That's our themes for next week's episode of MidJourney Madlibs.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I get antonyms. I mean, technically, he gets the antonyms, but
True.
I get to make them. So it's like having a bonus Madlib for me. And just so he doesn't get left out, he's got synonyms. So come on, y'all. We've got this in the bag. Anyway, definitely come back next week so you can see all these capers that we get into. Like us, please. Definitely like us. Subscribe to us. Always tell y'all friends about us. And, of course, set yourself a reminder so you don't miss the next couple of episodes that come along. And join our Discord. Sign up to be a member of Patty Cake Games, which has all sorts of stuff to show you. We even have another show. But anyway, please come back. It was a blast. I hope y'all liked our art as much as we did.
Yep,
And
this
our
was fun.
double blend.
Yeah, this was fun. All right, we're getting out of here. See you guys later.
Music at a wobbly age, banging on keys, setting fire to the stage, walking all night, keeping folks awake. Melodies rising like a rattlesnake. One wrote operas, one sang the blues, but don't be fooled, they walked in the same shoes. Mozart in a coach, Elvis in a hovercraft, rocking the world with a symphony or a laugh. They wore embroidered pantaloons so fine, a powder wig, a Vegas shine.